Hi, I'm Jennifer Geiger with Cars.com. Toyota has a lineup full of family-friendly vehicles, none as roomy and comfortable as the Sienna. For 2013, not much has changed on the minivan. It's back with a pared-down powertrain lineup. Let's take a look at this top-line limited model. Visually, the sweeping control panel has too many buttons for my liking, but the climate controls are really easy to use. The audio controls are absorbed by this touchscreen. They're also pretty easy to use. These wide seats are both supportive and cushy, and leather is standard on the Limited. A couple different types of cloth, including a new stain-resistant one, are standard on other trim levels. It may surprise you that this minivan is actually pretty peppy. Low-end power from a stop is really strong, and it gathers steam nicely. The 3.5-liter V6 also has enough power for the highway. The 4-cylinder was dropped for 2013. My only problem is that the V6 is pretty loud. It sounds gruff at idle and gets worse from there. Wind and road noise, however, are pretty well checked. In terms of ride, the Sienna is pretty composed and has good bump absorption. Despite its long length, it's also surprisingly maneuverable too, thanks to one of the smallest turning circles in the class. The Sienna has seats for 7 or 8 passengers, and there's plenty of room in the second row. The seats are also nice and comfy. The Limited model's leg rest is kind of a neat feature. Slide the seat back, pop it out, and kick back to watch a movie on the optional entertainment system. It's like sitting in a recliner in your living room. What really bugs me about these seats is that they don't fold flat like in Chrysler's minivans. If you want more room for cargo, you actually have to take them out. They're really heavy and it's a complicated process. There's plenty of room in the third row too, especially if the second row is willing to share a little leg room. In the cargo area, one big negative is that the third row seat itself is really hard to fold. Like the second row, it's a multi-step process and the seats are pretty heavy. I actually had to climb into the storage well in order to do it. Only front-drive Limited models offer a power folding third row. Although the Sienna doesn't offer underfloor storage cubbies like the Chrysler vans, cargo room is pretty competitive. There's a large, deep storage well behind the third row and plenty of cup holders and cubbies throughout the cabin. Front-wheel drive base models of the Sienna start just above $27,000 and top out around $42,000 for an all-wheel drive Limited model. One of Sienna's trump cards is that it's the only minivan with available all-wheel drive. The goal of a minivan is to make parenting easier, and Sienna does that well. Style-conscious moms and dads may cringe at the idea of driving a minivan, but crossovers and sedans can't offer the minivan's level of comfort and features.